Hey guys, this is Tiffany again, and this time we're doing something a little different. I'm going to start a new series on this channel called the Anime Annex, and between myself and my co-host Erica, we watch and have watched so much anime. It's pretty insane. If you can't tell, I'm a huge anime fan. I've got figures all around me. We've got my personal favorite right now, which is Saber up here, and her artwork is there. We have Black Rock Shooter over here. This is Nanaha over here. Lots of Nanaha. There's I've got Guilty Crown right behind me. I've got Tozen and Naruto, and plenty of Gundam. So much stuff, it would make your head spin. So anyway, I'm drinking some green tea while I'm here. But yeah, so today I'm going to talk to you about recreators, which, wow. Very few anime make it into my top 10, and I'm used to watching about 20 or more series per season as they come out. Just to kind of give you some background here, I've watched a ton of anime, and to make it into my top 10, it's very elite, as I consider it myself. It's very rare to get into my top 5. And recreators, when all the dust settles, it will probably make it into my top 5. I'm just saying. So, since it just recently ended, I did want to talk about it quite a bit. The first part of this review is going to be completely non-spoiler. It's just going to be kind of giving you the premise, and then in the middle of this review I'll kind of go into depth more, and of course there will be spoilers. So just putting that out there, just beware, because there will be spoilers. But for now, it's a non-spoiler kind of a premise, just in case you want to watch it for yourself and don't want it to be spoiled. This is for you guys. So Recreators, I highly recommend this show, just simply because I look for quite a few things in my favorite anime, and that is animation, soundtrack, voice acting and characters, plot development, character development, just kind of the flow of the anime. I don't like a lot of filler. Of course I love Naruto, but I say I don't like a lot of filler, but there you go. And Dragon Ball Z, but there you go. There's Bleach and some of the others I've watched that have quite a few fillers, but this one does not, so great for that. This anime is very powerful. So the premise is basically these creations, characters from anime, from manga, from RPGs, from games, from Sims, from different types of creations, actually come to our world and meet their creators. So imagine if, say, the actual creation SpongeBob came to Earth, Pikachu came to Earth and met its English or Japanese creator. Imagine a book you write. We'll say, just trying to think. So say American Gods Wednesday really came to Earth, the character himself, with his personality, and met Neil Gaiman. Imagine what that would be like. And here, not only are they meeting them, but they're holding them accountable for everything going on in their worlds. So imagine, say, if Arya from Game of Thrones, her character, not Maisie, but her actual character, Arya herself, came to Earth and met George R.R. Martin, and and found out that he wrote her story and decided to kill off her father, decided that all these things would happen to her sister, to her. He penned this. Imagine what she would do, or what she would say, or what kind of backlash that would create. That is Recreators. These characters that have been put through so much in these worlds are coming to our world and meeting their creators, and they're either like shocked because they look at them as gods, or they're very angry and want to kill them or do kill them. Spoilers, but we're not going to talk about who or which ones get killed or what have you, but we will later. But yeah, so it's very interesting. You have the basic, like there's Celestia, who is from Elemental Symphony of the Volga Chevalier. I'm going to say that so wrong. I'm sorry. Blah, blah, blah. It's like a tongue twister. Meteora, who is from an open world RPG, A Vulcan of Reminisce. And so she's like a summoner slash kind of like almost like an oracle. Like she uses a book for her power. You even have the like the kind of people with a demon spirit. Like there's the fighter, martial artist, but has a rugged past and tragic past, and has like a demon attached to him. You have the magical girl, Mamika, or aka Magical Slayer Mamika. You have Alistaria February, who is from Alistaria of the Scarlet. She's like that kind of, I'm trying to think of the word, like a knight. She is on horseback. She has full armor. She is, she has her lance. She is very, honor bound and, very protective. You have the mech. So you have the younger boy, little boy, piloting a mech that comes to our world. You have the kind of like cyberpunk character, and there is an adult dating sim game girl that is portrayed very ecchi, very showy, even a little maybe gets into the hentai scene a little bit. I'm just saying, but she even comes to this world, which is kind of interesting in the way this works. And then you have the main antagonist, who is Altair. And Altair, she's something. She is like this kind of military princess, if you will, as they actually call her. And she's trying to right a wrong. I don't want to give too much away because it would spoil it, but she feels like that the world should be destroyed. Our world should be destroyed. The world of the gods, as they call it, the creators, because that they view the creators as gods because they create worlds. They created their worlds. And she feels like they should be punished and made to be held accountable and justice be served because of some wrongs that were committed, which you learn more about. But this show, if you are kind of iffy about anime and if you've watched some anime or you've only heard of like the cutesy ones that maybe get on your nerves, I like some of the cutesy, but I like there to be some plot. I'm just saying. If you're very picky about your anime, which I am, I'll give different things a try, and if I don't like it by say episode 5, I may not continue it. But this series, it's one of those, once you delve in, you don't want to stop watching. So I highly recommend it. To see these creations come to life, and you learn about their worlds and their stories, and you see their interactions between them and their creators, and just how they kind of interact with them. Like sometimes some of them may just request some changes, and the requests they make are very unique for their stories or their animes or their books or manga, obviously, or just their games or what have you. They may request different things. They may try to kill their creators or do kill them. There's just a lot of things that go on, and it's families killed, or their villages there's like children and women being slaughtered. There's like just infinite numbers of worlds and creations out there. You can imagine how many infinite possibilities there could be with a show like this. But it is incredible, and I highly recommend it. Again, it will easily make my top 5. It's like the animation is superior. above and beyond superior. The voices are absolutely incredible. They're spot on. The characters are, you are very, very wrapped up in each and every character, good and bad, crazy or cutesy. You are involved and you are committed to these characters. The music, that's another thing that it makes my top 5 very elite, is I look at soundtrack. And this soundtrack, whoo, it is incredible. I actually paid for the soundtrack, and that's very rare for me. I'll go like download it or something, but for me to actually pay for it, that takes a lot. So it was so good that actually at Anime Expo I bought the CD and bought some more online. So it is that good. It is incredible music. It is powerful. It's moving. It's just perfectly synced with the anime itself. High praise for this anime, and I will be collecting figures, and it takes a lot to make my elite figure collection. It has to, impact me in some way for me to be that invested to pay upwards of like $300 to $400. This one was like Saber up here was like $250, $300, $350 maybe. She was expensive, so it takes a lot for me to pay for a very high elite type figure. It has to make a very powerful impact. So that's probably it for the non-spoiler part of this review for Recreators. So if you have gotten this far, I will tell you one last thing. Soda, the main character, he's kind of written off and on his own, but nothing he's ever written has really kind of been popular or made into anything main. He's young. He's a very young boy on the precipice of manhood, of course, and a young adult. And our kind of version of like Reddit and Tumblr, and where you can kind of post your creations like artwork or backstory maybe on a blog or something. His has not really taken off before in the different ones he's created. So that's about it. So that's all for the non-spoiler part of Recreators. Again, watch it. Let me know what you think. If you feel the feels, I'm so sorry, because I understand completely. So, but you can curse me with the feels. But yeah, so I definitely should watch and check it out. But yeah, bye, you guys that have already watched. Don't forget to subscribe and like this channel. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Nerdettes. We're going to be doing unboxings of Scotchbox and Japanese snacks tomorrow. We're doing a Loot Crate, Loot Anime, Owl Crate, as well as Think Geeks capsule that comes out monthly. So lots of unboxings, lots more reviews of like anime, of the Orville, of Walking Dead when it starts back, Stranger Things 2, Star Trek Discovery. We've already reviewed this latest season of Game of Thrones. There's going to be reviews most likely of just different things as they come out, whatever we deem to be fun and just interesting to talk about with you guys. We'll definitely be posting it. We're giving away Destiny 2, so go ahead and subscribe now, like us on Facebook, and we're going to be posting more details about that tomorrow as well, so you can win a copy of Destiny 2 for yourself. And but yeah, so bye everybody who doesn't want spoilers. This is your time to leave. Go away now, because I'm going to give away some spoiler review here. It's going to be brief, nothing too crazy, but I just want to talk about some major points. But yeah, bye guys. And if you're still watching, this gets into the spoiler territory, so fair warning. I'm sure if you've already watched it, or maybe you're thinking of watching it and you don't mind spoilers, hopefully you don't, I'm so sorry. But yeah, we meet Altair's creator, who is Setsuna. She kills herself because people are accusing her of ripping off this animation and character from a different show. And like, let's see, they say that she, Altair, we find out, is based on Shirotsu I think, from Eternal Wars Megalosphere, and she is something. Her creator is a very sweet girl. You find out she kills herself, and Soda witnesses this, and that is just incredibly just mind-blowing. The fact, because he blames himself, because he saw the hatred that was coming at her, who she had been his friend. They had been kind of been supporting each other and each other's like drawings and artwork and stories, and she created a video of Altair that took off big time, and it just, he didn't like it, so he stood back and said nothing because he was jealous, and he feels guilty because he feels like because he didn't say anything, that's why she commits suicide. So it's very rough to see. Freaking Mamika, her death scene was really difficult, especially Alistaria's reaction, because Alistaria had bonded with her, and that ultimately, that coupled with what she learns about Altair, makes her turn against her. Blitz Talker, you guys, oh my gosh, he's from Code Babylon, and his daughter Arena was killed, and he freaking like confronts his creator and shoots her. Thank goodness she's wearing armor, because he, come to find out, she actually finds a way in this infinite creator world to bring Arena back. We meet Rui Kanoya, who is the mecha anime little guy from Infinite Divine Machine Magia, and he is the pilot of Gigas Machina. And so you've got him. He's kind of one of those, I am going to take this giant mech and I will show you who's boss. But he does have kind of a military type mindset. I think he has some strategy, but he does sometimes go in blindly. Like if he gets angered or anything like that, he goes in swinging without really thinking of the repercussions or the kind of pushback. So gosh, Meteora is amazing. Celestia is one of my favorites, obviously, and just her interaction with her creator is very, very, it made me have a lot of feels myself, because Takashi, who created Celestia, all she asks him for are more stories for her world and her people, and she wants her and Charon, who we actually meet. He shows up, big twist. He is the male protagonist, her counterpart in Elemental Symphony of the Volgale Chevalier, and he shows up and fights against her. He sides with Altair for whatever reason, and ultimately does fight against her, and it's, all she wants is for them to be together as they're meant to be. So that her character is very powerful, and her death killed me, because she goes out guns blazing, if you will. And just her creator, his reaction when she dies, just my heart, man. But yeah, that was very powerful. And then Megane, oh my gosh, Megane, what can we say about her? She is crazy, but she surprised the heck out of me. Megane is from Record of the Night Window Demon, and her quirk is she has infinite deception of words. So basically, she can bend reality through lies. She has that chaos factor. So like, you can say, oh, that'll never happen. She can make it happen because you said it can't happen, so she can bend that to be the reverse. So it's like, that's a lie, and I'm going to, bend it to where it does happen. So it's, she is twisted, but ultimately, because of her quirk of being able to say infinite deception of words, she actually makes it where Sota and his creation can come to life, and that is wow. She makes it where, this thing he's created, oh, it could never make an impact or become real. She makes it real. And his creation, oh, I knew what it was going to be, but it still impacted me so much, you guys, to see Setsuna, who created Altair, come back to life and confront her. And it's you find out it's actually her. It's not just his version of her, it's the true her, because all he wants is for, and his deepest soul is for this to be undone, for her not to have died, and she comes back. Now ultimately I feel, obviously she does, I guess it's kind of ambiguous, but you get the sense that she does go away again, unfortunately, because too many paradoxes in the world to allow her to stay there, that typical thing. But her confronting Altair and just like how she created her and what she was meant for, because Altair has the Halopsicon and has these just infinite movements that she can create, that because she's a video and she was given this Halopsicon, sorry, I had a hard time saying that, she is given this infinite ability. These people, just like we can create fan art, or we can create a kind of fan fiction, the way that she was created, that Altair was created, is that she has, like, anybody can add powers to her or add to her capabilities, to her story. So she's been given all these outrageous capabilities and powers that you wouldn't even imagine that she can do, to create her own universe, to just all these different things that she has the capability of, because even though Setsuna passed away, her story continues on, Altair's does, because all these fans that have when Altair became famous and her video became famous, it blew up and went viral, and everybody started doing like fan fiction and fan art and their own creations and their own fan-made videos that they added, where her story was made even more popular. And the rule is, in this world, where if enough people, like an audience, so like us, ourselves, the audience out there, social network, whatever you want to look at it as, their reaction and their approval of it controls that character's ability. If they accept it and they approve of it almost, then it becomes true to that character. It happens. So that is ultimately how Altair and Celestia and different people get these upgrades, if you will, because they have that ability. The dating sim, adult dating sim girl, Hikayu, sorry, I'm so bad with this, from the Milky Way of Starry Sky, they do like a fan disc for her, where she is the extreme final legend martial artist, wearing a skimpy little outfit. It's like red, and she's like, this is all I'm wearing, this thin little scrap, and you can see pretty much everything, of course, but I mean, come on, look at what she's from. And so you kind of have that bit of lightheartedness to such a serious kind of anime, which it kind of needed. I mean, come on, whenever you think about characters that can come into a creator's world, that's one of them that you're like, wonder what that would be like. She is just what you would imagine. So, but yeah, then you have the people from the Lockout Ward. I can't even talk today, you guys. I'm so sorry. Lockout Ward, Underground Dark Knight, and you end up meeting both. First, you meet the antagonist, Yuya Mirakuji, and he has a spirit. Both the protagonist and antagonist, which he's the antagonist, have this spirit. It's an astral double, and his is named Hangaku, and basically it's like a curse to him that is attached to him, to follow him around and like help him battle the protagonist. And he actually becomes a good guy in the series. Like, he joins sides with Celestia Meteora and to battle Altair. And when you meet the protagonist, it's ironic that he's initially thinking of siding with Altair, but he does end up joining forces with the antagonist, with Mirakuji, and they actually become like friends. They start to understand each other, and because Mirakuji has read his own like manga and knows what happened and all the secrets that he didn't know in his own world, he understands why there's such this antagonistic relationship between the two of them, and he's able to reveal all these things that he didn't know, and that, of course, Sho Hakwa, the protagonist, did not know either, and they're able to bond because of it. And Sho's astral double is called Bayard, and so you do get to see that battle, of course. So that's really cool. Blitz, we talked about. Arena, he gets back. We talked about Magane. Am I missing someone? I feel like I am. Alisteria, we talked about. Meteora. The creators, we have, of course, Takashi, who created Celestia and Chiron. We have Marine, who created Meteora. We have Masaki Nakanagane, who created the Mecha series with Rui Kanoya, who is the mech pilot. We have Shuma Saruga, who created Cobabylon and who created Blitz. We have Ryo Yatoji, who created Lockout Ward. There's that word again. What is wrong with that word today? Underground Dark Knight. And then we have Setsuna, who created Altair and the World Etude online video. We have Guy Takarada, who created Alisteria. We have Nishio Onishi, who created Milky Way. And then we have Tinkyu, who created Magane, but we don't really meet him because Magane kills him immediately upon arriving to the world. Doesn't even really, you don't really get the feel that she even talked to him. It's just like, hey, you created me, I'm a psychotic serial killer, bye, you die. And it's like blood everywhere all over this apartment or wherever he lives. And she's just delightfully, gleeful about it. You have like a love-hate relationship with her because she is twisted, but gotta love it. And then you have the general coordinator officer, who is Aki and Kikuchihara, and so you meet her as well. But yeah, again, this is spoiler stuff, but just the way it ends, when Altair finally, just it breaks apart, and they do this show for this huge, massive audience live as this battle is going on. Thousands, hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of people are watching it online and worldwide and in theaters of this battle that's ongoing. And that's how they get them to accept these new story arcs and these different spins on the characters, and get them to sympathize with the stories that are happening, and ultimately to defeat and find a way to fight against Altair and what's going on here. So, but yeah, I mean, what else can I say about this show? It is beyond amazing. Everything I thought it would be and more. I wasn't expecting to like it so much, and that's the best kind of anime, when you're not really sure what to expect, but it just blows your mind, and this is one of them. So, but anyway, I know I've kind of carried on too much as it is, so thank you for staying with me. I really appreciate you guys so much. I'll be doing more. My top favorites include things like Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo, Guilty Crown, obviously. I love Eden of the East. I've watched and read all of Naruto. I own Naruto. It's over there. You can't see it, but I have a full collection of Naruto. I have plushes and the manga. I have figures galore. Kakashi's my favorite. I have just, you name it. We'll be talking more about my favorite animes, Symphogear. I'm still watching. I think it's still ongoing in its current season. I'll talk more about probably Fate Stay Night, because current season is Fate Apocrypha. So I'll talk more about Fate Stay Night and Fate Zero and Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works, and the spinoff. It's Fate Khalid Liner Prisma Ilya, which I've seen all of. All the side stories and arcs I've seen. Sword Art Online I've seen all of, including the movies, which of course, we'll talk more about that. Gosh, there. When I say I've seen a lot of anime, I have literally seen so much anime. It would blow your mind. And we're going to talk about all the feels. I'm probably going to do a segment called All the Feels, and we're going to quickly glaze over them, but I'll probably talk about them more in detail, like the key visual series. So that's like Clannad, Air, Canon, Little Busters, Angel Beats, Charlotte, and the storyboard creator actually did a series called Classic Memories. That's another one, so that makes you just sob for hours on end. But anyway, we will talk more about those. Don't forget to subscribe again. Thank you again for watching. We'll have more for you later. Bye, guys.